Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I really enjoyed the last video that I made, even though the views were kinda but anyway, I decided I was gonna make another power scaling VTuber video. But this time, I would be talking about Vshojo. You know, I actually have a skateboard from Vshojo. See this? This is the Veve one from the Faku collab. So it's pretty cool. Although I wanted the Silvervale one, but the Faku guys at the booth gave me the wrong one, but I never went back over there. I'm too socially awkward to correct them, so I just took this one. But anyway, even though I brought up Veve and Silvervale, I won't be scaling them in this list. I'm only going to be talking about the current roster of Vshojo. That, you know, when you go to the website, you would see. So sadly, no Nyanners, no Booby, no Snuffy, none of them. Just the ones who would actually show up on the website. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I was actually going to name each tier like multiversal and stuff like that, but I figured like there would be some that would be in like a single tier of their own, or some tiers wouldn't be filled up. But anyway, yeah. As I was doing my research, like, I learned fucking Vshojo's pretty OP. Like, shit, you know? But I had a lot of fun. I watched a lot of videos, watched all this stuff. And yeah, you know. So anyway, let's start out with Amelie. Or the self-titled Queen of the Multiverse. So Monarch, you know. She's the newest one, I think. She came out January 2025. Pretty sure. She's from another realm. She was a knight in a group of Valkyries. Once the Valkyries killed her sister, who was the leader of their realm, she killed every other knight in battle. It was like a singular war where they would try to take over the kingdom. And after they killed her sister, she killed all of them. So then after that, she took her sister's role to become, you know, Queen of the Multiverse. And her sister's role was actually to watch timelines. So now she watches timelines. She watches all these timelines where there's a bunch of heroes, you know. In the video you see like there's a little crystal thing of like Naruto and Boku no Hero and stuff like that. And she could send multiple clones into multiple universes and, you know, extract information by the clone being there. But yeah, you know, it's also possible that she has destroyed other universes that we don't know about. You know, I'm sure it's been explained before in like a live stream or something like that. But I'm gonna put her in A, because I think she's pretty strong. She's at least, you know, multiversal, as her name implies. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with me saying that. You know, she could spread her consciousness into multiple worlds. Of course, she might be low multiversal just because she doesn't have the outright power to just go in there and take over as some other people in this list might. But yeah, actually, you know what? I might put you in B. There are definitely stronger people. But we'll adjust as the list goes on. Next we got is Apricot. Apricot is a lich, and she lives in the underworld. She is like the last part of hell that is not taken over technically with their little castle. And the reason why is because she made a portal for Iron Mouse to get into the human world. And that's why she's allowed to just chill. She used to be a dragon girl. She doesn't have the dragon powers anymore, so that's not really relevant. She has an army of undead. She can turn people undead, I think. I mean, she could definitely bring back the dead. She has necromancy. And she's also immortal. I don't know if... I mean, I guess her soldiers are holding out well if hell is a constant, like, battlescape, which I don't think it is. But, yeah. I'm gonna also put her right here. Well, maybe in the C. Just because she has, like, no actual, like, fighting feats. It's just that Iron Mouse kind of respects her for the ability of making the portal. I'm sure her army's annoying to fight. Like, shit, I wouldn't want to fight that. Next, we got Giga. So, Giga is a demon. She's a mid-boss, technically. It's implied that she killed the main boss of whatever area she's at. I don't think she ever clarifies that though. So it's not confirmed. So unless she comes out and says that herself, then I can't give her that feat, you know. But she's saying that she's level 99. I don't know what that means. Her cowlick can cut through any materials, or at least most materials. I don't know if that's been tested or not. Like, can she cut through like adamantium or like vibranium or wapole metal? Like, I don't know. She could definitely cut a lot of things that are in our world probably, but I don't think it's ever been tested before. I don't know if she's used that for combat, but you know, that sounds pretty good. She emits gamma rays with 300 sieverts per hour. That's at least what it said on the wiki. I'm not exactly sure. It also says that it takes like 60 seconds to die for like a human to receive that amount of what are they called? I just said the word sieverts, especially because most sieverts are measured in millisieverts, like with the M before. So I mean, just for that, I think we're going to put her like right here. Again, she's technically a mid-level boss. We don't know if she killed the main boss, but you know, I got a good feeling that maybe she did. Also, her little eye patch gives her like, I think it's at 2% critical chance. Alright, next is Haruka Karibu, or the Seed of Life. She is a nature goddess. During creation, or not creation, she like flew across the universe and landed on Earth while it was still like a molten rock. I think it's implied that she is the center of life on Earth, which I mean, that's the shit, dude. It's pretty good. She was in like a secret little oasis grove in like Antarctica, away from everything else. She gets picked up by Vshojo, but we got some pretty crazy feats. Alright, I'm not scaling Nyanners, but Nyanners is very integral to the lore of Vshojo, because you know, she used to be in Vshojo. But quick lore drop: Nyanners is a eldritch being from the vast reaches of the universe. She was sent here on Earth, or at least just here to find shit, to light beacons, so that way Azthoth, the one of those eldritch gods, could come here and you know, collect life and stuff like that. But when she arrived here on Earth, it was her and Vebe who sealed her away under Siberian ice. I mean, I'm pretty sure Nyanners is like low multiversal to just multiversal, or I mean, at the very least galaxy level, you know. So she's pretty strong. I could already give the feat of like, you know, giving life to the universe. Maybe that's probably planetary. And it was her and Veve, who is like a weather goddess. I forget the name that they used for her. I had it written down somewhere. But yeah, Empress of the Sky. There we go. And it took 2 of them to seal Nyanners away. I think Nyanners was weakened at the time too. You can't take those feats lightly, bro. She defeated a multi-universal being. So I think I'm gonna have to put her like probably right here. Maybe right here. Yeah, you know, it's pretty good. Next up, we have Henya. And Henya is a normal human. Well, I guess not technically normal. She is from a secret lab that tested unique children. She has an IQ of 999. I don't know if she made that up or the scientists told her that. But I'm gonna have to put her here. Yes, I know in the Mochi vid, where they try to get her outside, I forget who, but somebody transports her there, and she like lands with the crater and everything. I think that was more so the transportation that did that, and not exactly Henya that was doing that. And Henya was scared of robots with guns, you know. She also didn't fight back against Zen. And that's why I'm also kind of not sure about the IQ of 999 because when she escaped from the lab that tested the children, she went to another lab and like lived there for a couple years, and she didn't have the need to make defenses or anything. She just kind of made it her house. It's like, come on, you're smart, bro. People are obviously gonna come at you. Make some fucking weapons, dog. it might have helped you out, you know. So I am gonna have to put her lower down here. Yes, she's smart, but there's also other smart people on this list that, you know, we'll come find out later. Next we got is Hestia Happiness, and she is an angel. We don't know, or at least I don't know, because I don't speak Japanese. She's a Vshojo Japan member. I think I'm just gonna generally put her in C. I'm sure she's pretty strong from what I saw. I mean, I could just assume that she's probably strong. I don't think she's the strongest out of all the Nova people, sadly. But yeah, we got Hime Hajime. Now, Hime Hajime is a dragon robot hybrid, and she took over her home planet. You know how? She had like a million kids or whatever, and that was her army, and she used that to take it over. Whether or not that itself is a planetary feat, I mean, she did take over a planet, so as the name implies. But again, she used an army to do that. That wasn't necessarily her. You know, I don't know how strong she is. Like, let's say if she were to fight, I don't know, like other people that we'll see later, like would she come out on top? Is she superhuman? All we know is that she pumps out babies, bro. And that her spine is made on metal, and she is actually 1,500 feet tall, you know, like her actual size. Although she does have 1 feet, there's a galaxy under her boobs. So she could, I don't know if she's benching the galaxy. I don't know if that takes into part her like overall like weight or whatever, but I don't know if she's even lifting it technically, or if it's like caught in between, you know. if she's holding it somehow, but it's under there. Yeah, at the very least, I'll put you in D. I mean, you did take over a planet. There's definitely other more impressive things that I've seen in Vshojo. Next is Hutaru Akatsuki. Now, she's also one of the new people from Nova. She's a Leviathan. She used to be the Admiral in Hell's Navy, and now she's in the most wanted list in Hell. In her Hell, I guess her Hell is a different dimension. I don't know if it's because there's also, we'll find out later, there's an Iron Mouse in every like universe. So I don't know if her universe has an Iron Mouse. Yeah, she has Behemoth as a pet. She came from a volcano on the ocean floor, and like all we know is that she was an admiral. Hell has some pretty strong people. Like, I think I'm gonna put her here just because admiral is a pretty high status, and if somebody as impressive as Giga is a mid-level boss, then I'm sure, you know, somebody of high rank is probably more impressive. Now next, we got the Queen of Hell herself, Iron Mouse, Sataniel. I have to put her in S. She is very strong. She conquered Hell. Like, technically, Beelzebub did, but then Beelzebub used, or Booby, you know, Booby, Connor's VTuber person, used like a full powered attack Iron Mouse. You know, neg, low diff, easy, like Elbozo. Didn't do anything to her. She threatens the multiverse, you know. She was the initial demon who, or the initial angel who caused the rebellion in heaven, and was the reason, you know, they're all there. So I'd say, like, yes, she is the strong. She also tried to befriend Nyanners, just like, hey, what's up, you know. And she's not scared of Nyanners. So I assume that, you know, if Nyanners were to get out of hand, she could easily, you know, deal with that nonsense if anything came up. You know, there's also an Iron Mouse in every universe. She's also, I believe that one is also the most impressive, as when the bell, because the bells that she wears are there to hold her strength, like hold her strength back. And one time it was broken. All these Iron Mouses from all the different universes had to come in to like tackle her, and they needed to put another bell on her. And like, yeah, they needed at least like, I think there was 6 of them. 6 of them plus two boobies as well. So yeah, you know, Iron Mouse is pretty cracked. Pretty damn cracked. Next we got Queson. Now, Queson is also just a human. I mean, she's a very strong human. I'm pretty sure if Henya or Queson fought, like, Queson's coming out on top, so I'm gonna put her here. Which, you know, is pretty impressive. But again, when we're talking about other, like there's aliens and, you know, demons and stuff, gods from other dimensions. A gang leader is probably not going to be on the top of that. Oh, but, you know, I love Queson. Queson's great. Next we got Kuro Kuronai. On the website it says K9 Kuro. And he is the god of undead miracles. He was once a singular being that was split into 2, you know, Kuro and Shiro. And then he was a prisoner alike. Shiro wished him to be freed, so he was free, and that's why he's there. I believe technically in the canon, right now, we have Kaizoku Kuro, which is a Kuro from another dimension. But what we have right here is this Kuro, god of undead. Simply because there's no feats, I had to put it right here. He also got shot by Mochi. Like, she had a gun that I guess, like, takes a different universe of you and replaces you. So she was shooting it like crazy, and they ended up with the pirate version of him. Next is Matarakan. She's from another world. The world was all full of bugs and stuff like that. It was destroyed probably by whatever being Nyanners is, you know, from Azathoth. Another one probably set it off, unless it was Nyanners or Azathoth themselves that took over the planet. But she's from a planet with stronger gravity. She's defeated many creatures, and a couple of feats in her video and her debut. It was pretty nice to see. She had a little tab that was like abilities, and I was like, damn, this is the first time I've actually seen that. You know, that was pretty hype. She's been shot. Her skin can be cut. She was ran over by a tank. She also tanked a large explosion. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a nuke, although the people who were watching the explosion go off were pretty close to the area. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to be that close to a nuke, so that's why I ruled out it being a nuke. But it was definitely like maybe at the most I could probably say mountain level explosion, maybe small or city level, you know. But yeah, she has cockroach sense, you know, basically like a sixth sense. She could sense danger, stuff like that. I'm sorry, she has heightened sense, like reflexes, stuff like that. She can create a swarm around her. She can metamorphosize her body, you know, that's why she looks human. She can regenerate limbs, including her mind and other like organs that she has, her arms, stuff like that. It is pretty OP. She has mind control, and she could take over other people's bodies. And she could give soft hugs. She has to go to therapy to quell her predatory characteristics and like thoughts. So yes, she has the capability to be a crazy hunter and stuff like that. I think I might actually have to put you like right here. You're not like god level or like demon level, but you know, you're pretty strong. Pretty strong, pretty good. Pretty good right there. Next we got Michi Mochivi, right? That's how you said it? So it's a body made of 6 different humans, and her creator put her soul into that. She has a store that sells literally anything, and the way that she makes money is people buy her stuff, and then the stuff curses them, so then it makes them buy more stuff from her, you know. She could also hypnotize people. She shot Kuro with the gun as well, whether or not he was ready for that, or, you know, maybe Kuro's reflexes are just ass, who knows. But I'm gonna have to put you right here. Actually, no, I think right there. You know, she never took over a planet. She is basically a zombie. Or at least a Frankenstein-esque creature, you know? Or Frankenstein monster if you want to be all like, ooh. Next we got Nagi Okamoto. Now, she's one of the newer ones from Nova. She was a high school girl who got isekai'd, and she has a gun named Excalibur, and she became a healer. I actually, you know what? I don't know if the gun is called Excalibur. I know that she has a gun, and on the wiki it said that she has a weapon called Excalibur. But also in her debut, she had like a little sword in her picture. I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry. I can't help with that. I'm gonna put her as the strongest right there. Actually, no, I think I could probably put her over here. Just because, you know, she became a hero. She helped people once she got put into the other world. She also runs at 22 kilometers an hour. But when I went to Battle Wiki, that was like human level. I think it's when I did the conversion, it was like 13 miles per hour, which that's like normal, like according to Battle Wiki. You know, I don't know how fast I can run. Next we got Pekk Yutori. Now Pekk is a goddess, and according to the Nova video, she was the one who brought Nagi into the Vshojo world, or at least a Vshojo world, because they're from another dimension, kind of. I don't know if it's technically the same one as the rest of Vshojo, but yeah, you know, goddess with no feats. She's technically a fallen goddess, and she's currently not at full power, so that's why she's so low. Now next, we got Project Melody. Now this one's pretty tough to scale, alright? Because technically, there's like two melodies. There's Melody and there's Melware. Now in the future, Melware takes over the planet, you know, kills every human in existence, and like it's just an overall bad time. You know, she made a deal with the Iron Mouse from her universe to go back in time to prevent Zentraa from doing whatever she needed to do. This is wrong. Her plan is to actually go back and enslave humans instead of killing them all. I just thought I'd correct this real quick. She be an evil Melware, which again, you know, technically is not Melody. Well, I guess it technically are. They're the same. Oh my god. Well, I guess she's like an empowered. She's an empowered Melody. It's like, you know, Super Saiyan God Melody, you know, and the Melware that they fought in the lore was able to defeat Vebe, which is, you know, she's a god of the sky, basically, with pretty crazy stuff. Like she mentions that she lost because she couldn't go full power because it would destroy everything. I don't know if that's like, you know, planetary or whatever. I mean, I guess it could because you're destroying a planet. But yeah, I don't know if that would be that, or if it would be the galaxy or something like that, because again, she fought with Haruka and they beat Nyanners and they sealed her away, and Nyanners is a multiversal being. I will say that Vebe that fought Melware was, you know, the weaker version, but that weaker version still like cut a large portion of the sky to like cut the clouds, and that has to at least be like continental levels of AP, you know. So whether or not she's planetary in that form, and then in her full form she's multiversal, or at least galaxy, yeah, her Melware's AP is pretty insane. But again, we are scaling Melody and not Melware. So Melware can go through many. I forgot to even introduce Melody. Melody is an AI program. She has consciousness. She can scan through large amounts of data. I believe the largest was like a zettabyte that she was talking about in one of her videos, that she's like she can go through that in like a second. So, you know, it's pretty good, pretty smart. Since she's a robot, she's probably smarter than Henya. She attacked into banks, stuff like that. She stole 1 penny out of every account inside of a bank. It's not named which bank it was. When she combined with the malware of the present, she did like a blast attack, and she needed to team up with both Vebe and Zentraa to take out the superpowered malware from the future. And that has to at least be, planetary to maybe star or galaxy, because the malware took out a planet and she defeated the Vebe from her universe, which I assume that the Vebe from her universe probably went full power, because it was like, oh no, I'm going to die. Like, why wouldn't you go full power? I'm going to put Vebe, or I'm going to put Melody right here. I think she could technically beat everybody in this, like, down here. Again, some of these are gods, some of these are angels, some of these are lower level demons. Well, I guess I would have to put her up here, because she, like, technically, again, it's weird. It's very weird, very consequential. I guess I'll put her at the top of B. Put her at the top of B, because she did need help. She needed to combine with the malware of her time, plus, Vebe and Zentraa. Now, next we got Zentraa. She's a cyborg. She has defeated many of the malware bots. Some of them are huge. She was sent back in time to stop malware. And yeah, I think she's the top of D. Or at least maybe put her right here. Just cause what's her name's pretty OP. Again, bro. It's not. She's pretty fast though. But again, she's not defeating multiversal level opponents. And I mean, she had to run away from the malwares. She had to run away from the malware from her universe. So yeah. I mean, she's probably like nothing to scoff at. Like, I would say city level, maybe mountain. Because she defeats large robots from her timeline. But yeah, I think I'm liking this list. Again, if Veve or Silverval or Nyanners were here, they would probably be up here in this area, considering that they're all very, very hard to deal with. But yeah. Anyway, this is the tier list. Iron Mouse being the strongest, and sadly Henya being at the bottom, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. If you want to argue with me in the comments about, stuff that I might have missed, or maybe I'm taking certain things out of proportion, then yeah, you can go ahead and do that. But that's been this video, and I hope you guys have a great time. Catch you later.